Okay, this is our row of heirloom tomatoes. We've worked by tying them up one more time, and yes, they're already setting fruit. So I've taken, and where the hole was, weeds were trying to grow, so this is why I tell you not to burn your leaves. These leaves came from my house. I gathered them up and put them in a 55-gallon drum liner, a plastic liner that we'll recycle and use over and over and over. The plastic, we're not throwing it away. We're not tearing it open. We're not tying it. We're just using it as a big container to carry our leaves to the garden. And here you see buckets. Now let me explain that for you. What does that say? It says drip bucket. That's so I don't pick it up and put something in it and have it running all over. I don't take that bucket up on the deck to use it for a scrap bucket because it leaks. It has one tiny hole drilled in one side. And that hole, it's right there where my finger is, right in front of it. That's where the hole is. Now, you might say, well, what are you using the drip bucket for? To get these things to grow, I mix up in my 5-gallon buckets some of the awfulest smelling stuff you've ever smelled. I'm using fish emulsion. I simply take the fish emulsion. That is about a 4-gallon bucket. It doesn't hold 5 gallons. And I simply take the water hose, fill it up, and now I'm going to pour at least a gallon in each tomato. Okay, let me explain this piece of a t-shirt you see me wearing here on my head. A canvas hat is hot, and I'm bald, and I need something to protect both my head and my ears from the sun. And typically I'll wear a little sunscreen on my nose and cheeks to keep them from getting too burnt. But if you take an old t-shirt and get it wet and tie it on your head, it's so cool. So why would you want to wear an old hot hat or an old hot canvas cap with baseball top cap when you could have something nice and cool on your head? To me, I'm not concerned about how I look. Heck, I'm an old man. I just want to not get burned. Yes, this is the leaves that I did my video on called Don't Burn Those Leaves. You'll find that if you go to our channel and look for it. But this saves us from having to put straw under them. And I lost a lot of tomatoes last year that at first I thought was the blight, and now I'm not so sure it wasn't because they started dying right after I put the straw under it. And I believe the straw was infected, I believe the straw had herbicide put on it, and that was the issue. Now we'll take the water hose after we fertilize these tomatoes again and wet these leaves down, and they'll mat together when they're wet, especially if I take it and step on it, mash it down. And they shouldn't blow away in the wind that way. But if I don't do that, they're going to blow away in the wind. And I may have to go get, oh, there is some more in that other bag in there.
Yes.
We'll have enough to finish these. We won't have enough to do the peppers, but they're all right now. I think I forgot what I was doing.
He's got 3 left to do, and we're about done with the tomatoes.
Well, we've still got to finish fertilizing them and then wet it all down.
Yeah. But it is a beautiful day today. It's going. Robert's watering and wetting the leaves so that they'll pack, and he's stepping on them after they're wet to make sure they pack real good. That way the weeds won't grow up with them, and when the wind's blowing they won't blow away. We've had a wonderful day out here today working. It's a hard job, but it's something we both love to do. And if you love the garden, you don't care if it's real hot outside. You just love being out here working. And thinking about all that good food this winter that we're going to can and put up. We really appreciate you all watching us, helping us, and we love showing you all what we do in our gardens. And we hope that it helps you try to grow something, and you can take some of our stuff to experiment with your garden and see how it works for you all.